You can wake up for tahajjud even if you are on your period. Assalamu alaikum, sisters. I hope you all are doing great and I hope you all are in good condition, health, iman, and peace of mind. Alhamdulillah. So we are back with another video. I'm back with another episode. I'm excited, Alhamdulillah. Few days ago, I recorded a video on TikTok and I uploaded it, and Alhamdulillah, it went viral with over 100,000 views in 2 days. So the topic is quite interesting for Muslim girls, and I've been seeing a lot of questions on the comment section. Some I get to answer them, and some I didn't get to answer them. So I just decided to make a YouTube video and to explain vividly on this interesting topic, Alhamdulillah. Yes, you can work up for tahajjud on your period. You can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you whatever you want, even if you're on your period, and your du'as are going to be accepted. So, Alhamdulillah, before we start talking about our main topic, there is something that I think you need to know about tahajjud, which is number one, the key of tahajjud, the, the goal of tahajjud, like that, the diamond that is inside tahajjud is the moment. It is not the form that you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not the way that you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no specified way that says you have to do this for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to answer your prayer in that golden hours. As far as you wake up and you do whatever you do, you pray, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever you want with a very full intention, with a very clean mind. We have so many ways to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever we want. We have so many ways to connect ourselves with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have so many ways to practice our beautiful religion, which is Islam. So those ways include Salah, which is performing Salah. Number two is recitation of the Holy Quran. Number four is dhikr, which includes recitation of the Holy Quran, sending salawat to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and many ways, sadaqat, and all this kind of beautiful acts. So, Allah, practicing all these beautiful things or trying to connect ourselves with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the salah, the dhikr, the recitation of the Holy Quran, there are some steps that need to be followed and they are must to be followed, but we sometimes underrated some of these steps and just focus on some of the steps. So the number one steps to perform any of these spiritual acts is purification, and the only purification that we focus on is for our body. Our body is clean, we perform our ablution, we clean our body and all that. And there is number one and the most important purification, which is purification of heart. Even if your body is clean, even if you are the cleanest person on earth, if your heart is not clean, this spiritual act or trying to connect with yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not gonna work. So in this case, there are some spiritual acts that need both of this, which is physical purification and our heart or soul purification. There are some that need both, and there are some that need one, and there's some that need the other one. This one of the spiritual acts that need both of this is salah, both spiritual purification, that is soul purification and body purification. And when we're talking about the body purification, I'm not talking about us not taking birth or living ourselves dirty. I'm talking about the janaba or all form of things that will stop us from praying. Yes, I know you understand what I mean. So after salah, the next thing that needs this both type of purification is recitation of the Holy Quran and fasting. Yes. So there are other spiritual acts. There are other ways that are going to connect you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which is the most beautiful thing to me, subhanAllah, in Islam, is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be connected with Him. How He wants us to be so close. Like how He gave us way to just be with Him every time. Like, Alhamdulillah, this is just one of those beautiful things in Islam, and something that I always thank God for. Alhamdulillah. So there are other forms of spiritual acts that are going to connect you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which include dhikr. Yes, whether you are on your period or you are not on your period, you can do all form of dhikrs. Number two, did dhikr include, which include sending salawat to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But notes, there is no recitation of the Holy Quran except one verse, two verse, and for protection, for the sake of protection. That's the only way you are allowed to recite the Holy Quran when you are on your period, which is what we are going to focus and explain more about. So, Alhamdulillah, at this point, I know we all get to understand that there are some spiritual acts that we are allowed to connect ourselves with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through them whatever we want. And we get to understand that the logic, the magic, the beautiful thing behind Tahajjud is the moment, the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking, where are my servants? Where are my servants that wants me to do something for them? Where are them? Come and ask me, and I'm going to give you. Subhanallah. That's just the most beautiful thing about Islam is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always ready for us to ask him about something, and he's going to give us. So Alhamdulillah, the next thing is how we are going to connect ourselves with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we are on our period. Yes, we can do this. But on this video, we are going to focus on tahajjud, which is the main topic and which is the main reason why we are recording this video. So the best way to connect yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the best way to perform any spiritual act on the tahajjud time, is by following the following ways. So the first thing is by waking up at that moment. The tahajjud time is a very long time, I can say, and you can choose the one you want. The first part of the night, the middle part of the night, and the last part of the night. The first part of the night is from 11 to 12, and the middle part of the night is from 2, it's from 3 to it's from 2 to 1 to 2, and the last part of the night is from 3 to 4. Yeah, it's 3 to 4, alhamdulillah. Yeah, so you can choose the one you are comfortable with. You can choose the one you can do. So when you set your alarm or you pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I pray you please wake me up at the time that you are answering prayers, and you will see this magic too. It really works. So when you wake up at that moment, you can perform ablution. One of the most answered questions I got on TikTok is, how can you perform ablution when you're on your period? Of course, you can perform ablution when you're on your period, but it's not for the sake of performing salah, is for the sake of getting additional reward for you to perform ablution. Of course, you can get your full reward for performing ablution even if you are on your period. So we don't want additional no, who doesn't want additional rewards? Who doesn't want? So of course you can perform your ablution. Find a very peaceful place, because you are about to have a conversation with the kings of all the kings. You have to find a very peaceful place. Yeah. So the next thing is, I'm just going to add with spray and perfume, because we need to. Yeah, we need to. We are going to have a very special conversation with our creator, so we have to look good, alhamdulillah. So spray your perfume, choose the type of zikr that you want to do, but I'm going to recommend these two zikrs, and alhamdulillah, they really work. Like, they really work. The first one is La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. You can recite this from the 3 times, 7 times, 11 times, 111, or 1000. You can choose from all those numbers that I stated. 3 times, 7 times, 11 times, 111, and the 1000. You can choose to do the dhikrs, and after you do the zikr, you can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever you want, and you can just go and wait for the magic to happen, because it's just gonna happen. And the next zikr is, the next zikr is hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. You can recite this for you can recite this times 450. 450. And after you recite this, you're going to recite your istighfar, astaghfirullah to be like, astaghfirullah to be like 1000 times. And if you really don't want what you are going to ask for, or if you are not ready for it, please don't do this, because it's going to happen. By inshallah, it's going to happen. So you can do this, and you get the chance to be in this amazing moment. You get the chance to be part of the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are going to answer their du'as in that night, and you're on your period. So Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I know if you reach to this part of this video, you get to understand what I mean by saying you can wake up for tahajjud even if you are on your period. You can connect yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even if you are on your period. And I'm going to give you this logic. You know, that depressed moment that we all went through when we are on when we are on our period, this is going to reduce that anxiety, that cramps, like all this kind of things. This going to reduce this a lot, or even take it away. Connecting yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best therapy, like it's the best therapy ever. You wake up, cry to him, and tell him whatever is worrying you, and it's going to just vanish and answer you at that instant moment, inshallah. So alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for watching, and please, if you have any question, or if you don't understand anything that I said in any part of this video, you can leave the question on the comment section, and if we can answer it in the comment section, I'm going to try as much as possible to do so. And if we have to record a video to upload it here, we are going to do so, inshallah. I cannot wait to grow my beautiful Muslim girls community on YouTube too, because we are already builded so much on TikTok. So thank you so much, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us, guide us, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us and answer all our du'as. Wassalamu alaikum.